Hey guys, welcome back to the Jathaly podcast.
It is currently June 16 at 9:59 a.m. Bright and early, 8:59 for you guys back in Cali because of the time change. But welcome back to another podcast.
We are super excited to bring you guys another one. I'm so sorry that we missed the last one, but we just didn't get any time to film it. We didn't set aside a little bit of time because Nelly has a soccer tournament every single morning. And tell me why. We got to wake up bright and early, head to a soccer game.
Yeah, it's very much... Okay, so I don't even think... I haven't posted anything that my parents are here as of today, but I'll probably post something today, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't posted anything that they're here, but yeah, my parents got here on Thursday. Today's Sunday, and they're out here because of Nelly's tournament. If you guys watched the last podcast, you know that we picked Utah as our first location because Nelly was going to have a tournament out here. So my parents are out here for that. They got here Thursday. They're staying like 30-ish minutes away from us, so not like very close to us because Airbnbs are so hard to find out here. Like, especially
for like long term.
Yeah, like they're just kind of like, I don't know. It's so hard to find them. So yeah, they're staying here, and we have a tournament for Nelly every single morning. Today, I don't know, might be the last one, might not be. We don't know.
She lost her first one and she won her second. So like today's like the deal breaker if she's gonna have another game or not. If they lose, then I'm sure they won't. If they do have a game though, even though they lose, I'm sure it's gonna be like for like last place or something.
What the? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I'm excited though. Nelly plays fun. Like, she's a good player to have on your team. But like, we're the family that just like when Nelly gets the ball, like, yeah, let's go.
I know, we're so annoying. We're so obnoxious, and also like, no hate, obviously, but like Nelly's not the best player on the team, and like when she fumbles like a move, I feel like all the family like looks at us and is like, and I'm like,
I think today we got to do it different. We whenever she gets the ball, yeah, we have to shut up because we don't want anyone to know that we support Nelly.
No, because I feel like we make her nervous. Like, I feel like we make Nelly nervous, you know? Because, like, I feel like Nelly, when I would go to her high school game, but also it's different because this is, like, club, and people take this shit serious.
Especially because you have to pay for club. High school's free.
Oh, see, yeah, they do take it serious. I don't know, for me, like, because I was never into sports like that, it's just all fun for me. Like, the game is fun, right? So I don't see the competitive side of it. But, like, some of the parents that are at these games, like, they really do take this shit serious, like a career serious. So when Nelly will like fumble a ball or whatever, we're like, you know, go to lie. We're just so happy, but everyone's like, and I'm like, oh shoot. Like, because for me, it's just a game, but I understand that for some people, this is like, obviously like career, retirement, I got it, you know?
Yeah, but it's also cool that your family came to visit, or not came to visit, but like your family's visiting in town because we were alone for 2 whole weeks and it was hard to like, just like be sane with ourselves. I had to find a couple of friends. Nat still hasn't found any friends yet, but we're working on it.
We're working on it. But I also don't want to get too comfortable and like make too many friends either because we'll be out of here in a few weeks.
That's cool though.
Start over.
When we were older, like remember when we were in Salt Lake City, we had a couple of friends. That'd be cool, like cool memory to tell your kids.
It's funny because we were just starting to adjust to being alone. Like I think when my parents got here, we had just started getting used to the idea of it. And then they came. And I feel like it's going to be hard all over again. Because, like, the first days, it was really hard. Like, we couldn't really do it. Like, everything we wanted to do, we had to do alone, right? Because we didn't know anybody. At this point, we didn't have friends. Or Jake didn't have friends.
And I think that's easier because it's just us two. So we just pack our stuff and then we head out of the door. And we're going to film or going to do stuff. But
yeah, but it would get lonely, Jake. It would get lonely. It would really get lonely. And like, but we started getting used to it, right? And then my parents got here and I forgot how awesome it is to have a family to do stuff with, you know? Like, not that I forgot, but I was starting to get used to the idea that like, they're not here, like, get over it. But now that they came, I'm like, wait, this is so awesome. Like yesterday, we went to Park City and we did like the coaster, the slides, that kind of stuff. And it was really cool because it was a huge group. It was a group of 8. And then the day before that, we went to the lake. We rented out a boat. We were like rafting and tubing. It was just so much fun.
Stay tuned for that vlog. So yeah, we ended up renting a boat, and I was like, nah, we have to do this because in Bakersfield, where I grew up, we would go to the lakes pretty often every summer, or not pretty often, but like we went a couple of times. And I was telling Nat, like, dude, we got to do this. I filmed a couple videos on it in my channel, and we finally rented a boat for her family. Yeah. And dude, we had the most fun. They have never done that. It was the first time. We had the most fun. Just hitting that water after you get swung out of a tube is just so fun. I loved it.
Yeah, it was so much fun. We had never really gone boating. Like, well, actually, anything that you can think of like outdoor fun, like white people sports, we didn't do any. Well, actually, lake, there's a lot of like Hispanic families that always go to the lake, right? We didn't do none of that. The only thing we did was hiking. That was it. So we're not used to like the lakes, the motorcycles, like that kind of stuff, you know? Fishing.
No, maybe you are used to the lakes, but you're on the shore.
No, we wouldn't go to lakes.
Dang.
I remember going to like 2 lakes growing up. That was it. And I don't really remember. It was when we were young, and then my parents stopped going. So all of this stuff is very new. It's so much fun, by the way. That's the reason why we're like, no, we have to make sure that my parents like do all these things because it's so much fun. And I really want them to experience these core life experiences. Like there's so much fun. Like the fishing, the boating, all this stuff is just so much fun. And I think that they deserve to experience it now, my family.
I'm sure they're glad that they came with us too.
Yeah, for sure. And okay, so for Father's Day, the gift that I gave my dad was a trip to Wyoming. My dad's absolute literal fucking dream in his entire life, okay, is going to these states. Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. Like, this is...
the farmland states.
Yes, my dad's dream, right? Like, dream. I went to Wyoming, I think, last year. Yeah, I went last year to Wyoming, and my dad was so jealous, and so I was like, they're already here. If you don't know, like, Utah's right below Idaho and, like, next to Wyoming. So I was like, they're already here. Like, when is an opportunity going to present itself again to where my parents are literally here?
And taking time off of work to be here.
That's another thing. My dad, took the time off. So it's like, when is this going to happen again? So I was like, nope, we're doing it. So I booked a cabin up in Wyoming. It's going to be, like, in the middle of, like, nothing pretty much. It's a beautiful cabin. And I booked him. That's you.
Thank you.
And I booked him like a horseback tour so that we can go like horseback riding in Wyoming. And no, we're actually going horseback riding in Yellowstone, which is so much fun. And I'm really excited. I think that's like probably the best time he's going to have.
He drove here for 9 hours straight, and then he ends up like relaxing for a bit. And then now he's traveling the States with us. That's cool.
Yeah, it was not in the plans at all so it was just kind of a mess because pretty much, this is why we were so unorganized. With these games, with the soccer games, they didn't tell them the dates. No, they knew half. They knew some of the dates, and they didn't know the times, right? So because of that, we couldn't plan anything, So it was really hard because they didn't get the schedule till the day they got here. So when they got here,
that's when we had to plan everything. So I did the boat last minute, the boat trip. It was super last minute. We almost didn't go because of how last minute it was, but shout out to the guy that helped us out.
He was booked up for the Saturday, which was when we were trying to go. So then we had to like move things around, and it ended up working out that we were able to do the boat. But like now that we had the schedule, it's like right now we're in a position where it's like if Nelly wins, she has games for the next 2 days, right? But if she loses, she doesn't have games for the next 2 days. So we were just kind of like, what do we do? And that's a conversation I was telling Jake. I was like, what do I do? Like, I really want to take my dad to Wyoming. But at the same time, like, if Nelly wins,
she can't go.
Nelly can't go, So it's like, and it's a huge drive back to where we're going to be staying. It's like over 4 hours. So it's like, we can't bring her in the morning, So it was like, what do we do? It was just like that big giant, and I was like, I'm going to book it. Like, I'm going to book it because they booked their Airbnb till Tuesday because obviously, because of the games, they were like, if she freaking wins and we only book it till Sunday, we're screwed, So they ended up getting the Airbnb till Tuesday. And we're like, fuck it, I'm going to get this Airbnb over there. If Nelly ends up winning or whatever, like at least they have somewhere. Sorry, my bad, my guard dogs. If I'm going on a rant, is this going to explain?
No, you're good. Yeah, I'm going to help out.
Okay, so I was like, if Nelly ends up winning the game, then we'll just have Nelly stay back. Because Edith and Paws got that other Airbnb. Where like they could just stay back to the 2 games and then meet us up in Wyoming whenever those 2 games are done. Oh, because it's not even 2 games. It's like if they win tomorrow, then they play Tuesday. See, it's a lot of what ifs. And this was a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take my dad to Wyoming. I was like, and my dad fucking hates soccer. So I was like, I'll take him out of his misery, take him up there for a few days, and then we'll come back down. So I ended up getting the cabin. And as of right now, today's the deal breaker. Literally, the game is starting in 20 minutes, and we're going to find out if...
To be honest, I know I really, I feel bad saying this, but I hope she loses. That way she can experience, like, the whole Wyoming trip with us.
I know.
And if she wins, okay, good stuff, bro. But I don't think she's going to beat any other teams. Those teams are good.
No, they're so good.
Nilai's teams facing teams that are, like, 6 feet girls. Literally.
Like cracked out, good as fuck.
Born to be athletes. They could be trash at the sport.
I'm help you out here, buddy.
They could be trash at the sport, but just because of their genes, they're going to be goated.
Yeah, they're really good teams. But no, I really hope Nelly like actually gets to experience this because she's gonna be able to play so many other soccer games, but she's not like when are they coming back to freaking Montana?
All together.
Like it's
Everyone's
not gonna
here.
happen, you know? So I really hope that everything goes well. But I really hope that they're able to go. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
You know?
So stay tuned for those vlogs. The Wyoming vlog is gonna come. Oh, tell them where it's at though.
What?
Where we're saying like what it is.
Like the beautiful place that
Yeah.
we rented out this awesome little like mansion out in like the middle of nowhere. I wanted to make it special, you know? But it's not like a modern mansion. It's like a rustic, like very Wyoming vibes. And I'm just so excited. There's literally, I think there's like 6 rooms or something like. There's a room for everybody pretty much.
There's acres of land.
Acres of land, like so awesome. I feel like my dad's gonna really enjoy this. This is probably like the best Father's Day gift ever that I've ever given him because it's such a one of a kind experience, you know? Horseback riding in Yellowstone. It's in the backcountry of Yellowstone, so it's not like where the tourists go. It's like
Wait, so from how far is our Airbnb that we're gonna be driving to the horseback riding?
oh, like 4 hours, but it's fine because and the horseback riding tours like in the mornings. We're gonna have to leave like at 3 in the morning.
Oh my!
But it's vibes, you know. It's so exciting, and hey, there's a fly on my toast, babe. Fly it off. Ha, fly it off. Bring the plate closer to you. Here, sorry. This is my toast for later. We're like in such a rush, so I already made breakfast. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. My family being here is like so awesome because we're able to take them to all the places that we love. Like yesterday, we took them to the cafe, like the cafe that
So we had like a little morning routine that we got started up when we first moved here, and we went to this cafe called Beaumont Cafe here in Salt Lake, or I don't know. Where is it at? I don't know where it's
in Mill
at.
Creek, but
in Mill Creek. And we like gave them our little morning routine with us. They came to shop, get some coffee, eat the breakfast we ate. It was so cool.
It's so awesome. It's really cool that my parents are able to experience this. And I really wish that they could go to every place that we're going to be at. That would be awesome. But like the next location where we're going to be at for the next month is going to be pretty far away from California. So
from right here, it's an 18-hour drive.
No, it's further.
No, it's 18.
Is it 18? You checked already? You sure? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty far away from here. So, you know, I don't know, from California. So it is probably further from California, right? Like, yeah, hella far.
4 more hours.
So
22
4?
hours from California driving.
4? Are you sure?
Yeah.
We did 8 to get here.
Damn, it's over a 24-hour drive from California.
Yeah, it's going to be really far. So I don't know if they'll be able to make it, but I really, really, really hope that they do. It would be awesome. And I think there's a possibility we're going to fly Jacob's sibling.
Yeah, so we're going to be flying out my siblings to the next place we visit. And I'm super excited because here we get your siblings. Maybe. It depends how the ball rolls. Yeah. Depending on certain stuff.
It's because there's an event that we might have to go to and we don't have anyone to leave the dogs with. So we'd have to fly his siblings out over there so that they could be with the dogs while we fly to across the other fucking side of the world. There's just so much back and forth. But I love it. I'm so happy.
Me too. And I think a big part of your dad not being able to travel is because he's an important person in his job. Yeah. Like so many people rely on your dad. And dude, if your dad's not there, literally the big people in charge are going to fall apart.
Dude, literally, I've always said this. When you become your own boss, you go from working a 9 to 5 to working 24/7. My dad works 24/7. Like
taking calls at night when we're at dinner.
Dude, always, because obviously like everything falls on him, right? And it's like on a normal schedule, you can request time off, right? As a business owner, you don't really get to request time off. I mean, unless you're like big like that, right? That you can have other people handle it. But my dad, it's kind of like a one-man show, right? It's him, and then he has his like, I think he has 3 people with him right now. But it's like they rely on my dad to give them work. And obviously, if my dad isn't giving them work, they're not making money. And my dad's clients aren't getting their jobs done, which... You know what I mean? It's just such a big thing. So my dad has literally been working while he's here too. And it's such a hard thing. And this is the first time my dad has took this much amount of time off. He's taking a week off, right? My dad never takes this time off. And when he does, because he's sick or whatever, like my mom is the one going in and like doing everything. So it's really hard because obviously he's taking an entire week off this month to come over here. So I don't know if they'll have, and they're going to need more than a week to go where we're going. And
I'm sure it's like all worth it for him because he's enjoying the time with his family. And these little events, like, and things that you plan for him. This is so cool. I'm excited. Like, I'm so excited. It's not even for me, but I'm excited to see his reaction.
I know, we're going to be horseback riding the backcountry of Yellowstone. We're going to be in Montana.
Dang. Next up, Canada. Heartland, we're coming for you.
Heartland, I will be there. I'll be at that ranch. I wonder how much do they rent out the ranch?
I don't know.
I'll rent it out.
So.
Put a price. I'll rent it out. I love that place.
Please don't put a high price. She'll rent it out, bro.
No, I'm really excited. It's like such a high. So we want to update you guys on how we've been feeling and our thoughts.
And what's been going on according to the podcast. Because a couple of podcasts ago, we were telling you guys we can possibly be merging with a network. Is it a network?
Wait, what are we talking about first?
I think the network part.
You want to... But I don't think we should talk about that yet. We're just with a partner, but we're not like
That's
fully...
cool though, Nat.
Yeah, it is, but I don't think we should... Don't jinx things. You know what I mean?
Okay. I
Don't
won't
jinx
things.
it. Well, whenever we fully merge, then we'll talk to you guys about it. But because we're not fully done, I don't like to... We might jinx it, so don't do it.
Okay.
Until everything's like set in stone, then we'll talk about it.
Give us a couple more weeks.
Hopefully we'll be like done with that in like a month.
I hope so, dude. That'd be so freaking sick. I'm excited for that.
I know. That's life-changing. Actually, life-changing. It's going to change the entire... But you know what's hard about that? Like, most podcasts, right? Like, this is something that I always think about and I'm always kind of in my head about. But I feel like most podcasts, like, they have a studio and they have backdrops and they have, like, you know, a set system and they edit their podcast real nice and, like, all this stuff. And, you know, it's a real nice and functioning podcast with a beautiful, you know, light sign in the back and all this stuff. And I really wish we could have that because I feel like that would be a very official podcast. But we're always doing something and having a location because we have a podcast room, right? And it's like, because we're always doing something, we can't always make it to the studio. So then we carry our stuff around and we film with the freaking Amazon box under this. And it makes it so unprofessional. And I feel like as a network, right? Like, why would you want to merge with us? You know what I mean?
And I don't think it's that. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's what the audience feels when they're listening or watching your podcast. Like, I think they care more about that than how professional, I guess, it looks. Because if we're talking about nice topics that help you guys and we're entertaining, that's all that matters to them. Rather than a nice ass backdrop and then you're just blabbing around like yapping.
I know, but I wish that we had a little bit more structure, and I know one day we will.
Maybe we could get like a little box like that we could travel around with, because I know a couple of my favorite podcasts, they have the same background, and then when I look at the behind the scenes, it's literally just cardboard in the back of their backdrops. So that's pretty cool. We could probably do that.
How can we fucking travel with that though? You know what I mean?
They have a team with them traveling.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
We're just smaller right now.
We're a two-man show. Just me and Jake. The gang's all here. This is our editor. This is our filmers, our producers. This is everyone. And then Ellie and Thea just, you know, listen to us yap every single podcast.
They're our audience. Every episode, they're our audience.
Their audience. There you go. This is the entire crew right here.
Oh, in the beginning of the podcast, we were like, welcome back to another podcast. Bro, this is another episode, not another podcast, because a podcast is like the show. It's not another show. It's another episode of that show.
Did we say that this podcast?
Every podcast we've said it. Welcome back to another podcast.
Well, you know what I mean, right?
Exactly.
Another episode. Who said that? Someone commented that?
Someone commented it. And I'm like, it had me thinking, dude. I'm like, damn, am I really that dumb?
You get what I mean. Anyway, let's, oh, there we go again. What is it, a fly?
I don't even know.
How have you been feeling about, I know it's only been 2.5 weeks. Yeah, 2.5 weeks that we've been here in a whole different place. How do you feel?
Being away from home is really cool because like you're uncomfortable and it forces you to do stuff. But with it forcing us to do stuff, I feel like we're really, really grinding out a lot of videos. Like there's some videos that I think right now there's 4 videos that we haven't posted yet, just because we're so backed up with a lot of things we have planned. And I don't know, it's not being overworked, but it's being like drained because you're working like long hours.
I love it. I feel like coming here, right? So far, we'll update you guys every week on how things are changing. But so far, I love it. I think that we were able to experience so much. Like we have experienced so much in these past 2 weeks. Like we've done so many things, gotten so out of our comfort zone. And I just love it. We've been able to really like, I feel like now I'm going to be like, oh yeah, the summer I spent in Utah. Like I loved this place and that place. And like, we just know so much.
And it's better than being home because at home you're really comfortable. And like, if I'm really, really that bored, I hop on a video game. Here, I don't have any video games to hop on.
Really, really that bored, Jacob? You would hop on the video games every day.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Every day. You were on the game every single day. Yeah. I remember I would go into bed and then you would, I don't know when you would go into bed.
I'd go into bed and then I come back in the room at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m.
It was, but I think, no, aside from like that, right? Aside from like the creating content and all that, like in general, like it's been so different being alone somewhere.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying a new state.
Yeah, me too. I'm really enjoying it. And I think that we were able to just like, also we made friends with one of our neighbors. And they have a golden retriever, of course. That's the only reason.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so awesome because like we get to have someone familiar who, you know, lives here, and they told us places to go. And it's like, it's just such an awesome experience that we're able to really like travel. And I really, you know, we're not going to be staying in a coastal place this summer at least. Yeah, no, we won't be staying in a coastal place. But I wish we would have, because I keep seeing TikToks on, you know, pop up where it's like, morning routine in my coastal town, and they wake up and like the ocean is right in front of them. Why didn't we do that?
I don't like really coastal places because it's always windy and cold.
Yeah.
The sun comes out at like
Granted.
3, 4 p.m., but it's not always out. It's really cloudy there too.
Is it?
At least in like the Pacific coast.
Yeah,
like
but
everywhere
that's
I've
not the
been.
only. But that's not the only coastal place. There's like the bottom, like Florida. That's all I could think of.
The bottom? Not the
right there at the bottom?
Yeah, that's the bottom.
Yeah. What you yapping about? That is the bottom.
Like Miami?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. I feel like in my brain, Miami's like always sunny. It's probably like not even that.
No, but there's been so many shark attacks in Florida. Have you seen that?
Oh my goodness, dude. And
Dude, the end of day is coming for sure.
I'm glad I got my surfing out of the way because now I can say I went surfing before.
Yeah.
Shark
fuck
attacks
that.
is brutal, Nat.
And the fact that it was right on the coast is crazy. Like, they were not out, Jake. They were, like, literally, like, where we go in. That is crazy. So, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. Don't wish we went to a coastal town. Because we decided to stay, like, the complete opposite of coastal for this summer. We're like, no, we're going to do everything else. Because usually every summer, you know what you think of? It's, like, Cabo, water, beach, you know, that kind of, like, summer. But I was like, no, we're going to have a completely opposite summer of that, you know? And then for fall, have something so awesome planned.
Can you tell me?
No.
Damn it.
Because it's not set in stone, you know? I don't like to say things until they're set in stone because, you know, you know what I mean. But I'm so happy, I think, where we are at right now. And I'm super excited.
Can we please beg Natalie Cuevas to throw a 21st birthday? Please. Imagine that. You did all this stuff for your other birthdays. For other people's birthdays, it's your 21st. Come on. Please.
I want to.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but I just don't, like, for example, it's already June 16, right? That gives me around 2 months to plan. Probably every music group in the world is booked. Probably every venue is booked. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's too late.
Never too late to throw a last minute party. It's
party?
never too late.
So where am I going to throw it?
We could throw it anywhere, Natalie. Anywhere. Your
Like
parents'
where?
house, my parents' house, anywhere. We always have fun. And we threw my 21st at my parents' house, and we had so much fun. I got chocolate wasted. It was fun. It was a good
Yeah,
night.
your 21st? Yeah, that was for sure. That was fun. But it's different because, like, for example, your family, like, you're able to fit your entire family in your front yard, right? For me, it's like if I throw a party, right? It's either I invite no one or I invite everyone. Because if not, like, not that I'm going to get in trouble or not that I'm going to get the shit end of the stick, but like my mom is, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like if I throw a party, right, I have to invite everybody. Everybody. And like I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, like it shouldn't matter. It's like, no, because I feel really bad because I know that the person who's going to get like, you know, all the hate is going to be my mom. Not online, but like in person, like from our family.
That's so dramatic. I don't like when families are like that.
Yeah. So it's like I have to invite either everybody or nobody. So that guest list is going to be over 100 people at least. Where am I going to put 100 people?
Yeah, because for us, our backyard, our front yard is really open. So like that many people could fit in the front yard.
You cannot fit 100 people in your front yard.
That's how many people were there last time.
Bullshit,
Nah,
Jacob.
I swear.
For your 21st,
Yeah.
it was one tent with like 4 tables, Jake.
I know, but everyone was in the garage
It was
inside.
not 100 people. Do you know how much 100 people is?
I don't know. I was probably seeing like double of everything.
Yeah, I'm
because
sure. The alcohol was for sure getting
factor.
to you there.
Yep.
You know whose party was pretty big? Was
Whose?
it was your party? No, not that party. Whose party was it? I think it was probably Bash. The gender reveal? That one was massive. Remember?
There was a lot of people. There was probably 100 people there.
They're probably like pushing 100, yeah. I know, but
Come on. You turned 21 in one time.
I also kind of want to go to Vegas.
Oh my, no, please.
Imagine being like,
Vegas is so overrated.
No,
What do you
'cause I'm gonna
do?
be
Drink
21.
drink and gamble?
no, I'm not going to gamble.
Oh, you're going to drink
Yeah,
in Vegas.
yeah.
Why?
That's iconic. I just need my picture.
Let's take it the day after your birthday or something. The day after the party.
The thing is that No, never mind. I can't even. No, I can do Vegas as long as I don't go in the casinos because YouTube doesn't let you record the gambling. But you wouldn't let me gamble, right?
I'll
Not
let
if
you
I'm
gamble.
drunk?
I'll let you. Oh, if you're drunk, no, heck no. I'll be her stop loss counter.
I'm not. But the thing is that I don't think I've ever gambled. No, I think I've gambled like 2 times in my entire life. One time in Aruba, but I only gambled like $50. And then another time I think that's it.
So
I
just
don't like
once,
gambling.
I've gambled a couple times. I won a lot of money, but then it's just like the money that I win, I put it back to win more money, and they just take it
You
away.
just lose it. Yeah, I don't gamble like that, so I probably don't know. I don't know how to gamble, but it's like just imagine, right? Imagine this: going to Vegas. No, but then that's like just spending money.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why we shouldn't go to Vegas. I'd rather spend the money on a party where it's a crazy vlog that people would like and enjoy.
Yeah,
and you'll have a great time.
I know. I think that'd be fun for sure. Maybe
Come on, let's do it.
if we could get a sponsor for it.
Brands, if you are watching this, sponsor her birthday party. Anything,
Please.
cupcakes.
That's the only like
Balloons.
logical way that I can think of actually throwing a party is if like somebody sponsors.
Because parties are so expensive.
I'm just not willing to do it, you know? And like a lot of people are like, no, you could do it for cheap. It's like, no, you can't. Starting any party you want to throw, dude, it's going to start at like, it's going to run you over $1,000. Any party. That's just the food. Like literally just the food. I remember for your 21st, it was literally a tiny party. Like it was literally a mini party.
Yeah, and
it
the meat was
still-
like $700.
Exactly.
Just the meat.
Exactly. You
And
see
my,
what I'm saying?
my dad was cooking the food, so we didn't have to pay anyone.
But imagine if you would have to hire somebody to do the meat, right? Like the food, the taco man's gonna charge you upwards of $1,000. So it's like it's so much money for a party that I don't know if I could justify it. You know? So if there's a sponsor that comes, then I might justify it.
Or if we got some big ballers out there and you guys want to sponsor us in any other way, let us know.
No, I was trying to get a sponsor, an alcohol sponsor, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Imagine we get an alcohol sponsor for my 21st birthday.
Dude, I have hella bottles everywhere.
How awesome. Or like if I were to do like a Western theme, right? And then like we could get like Boot Barn or something to sponsor us.
Oh my. Dude, this is just like perfect marketing for these brands.
I know. I'm going to pitch it to them. I think we already started pitching it. Yeah, we're going to start pitching it and see maybe. But I'm just not willing to drop that much money on a party. I just can't do it, especially like because we have so many goals. Like we would like to purchase a home, and like we're traveling, and this traveling is so expensive. Like we're dropping crazy money on places to stay, and like shipping my car.
It's very logical to get sponsored and like save the money than spend the money.
Especially if I'm already gonna do it, right? For example, like if I'm gonna I have to wear a dress. So if a company gets to sponsor me to wear the dress,
Hey, good
there
stuff.
we go.
Good stuff. Not naming a certain company,
You know,
bruh.
hell no, because till they sponsor me. There's this company that I've been trying to work with for so long, okay? Like, I literally wear their stuff all the time.
Do I wear their stuff too?
No.
Oh.
All the time, dude. Like, I literally, and I've seen them sponsor other people, like, around my demographic, and I'm like, you bitches. And they haven't. And one time, dude, they were like, they sent an email, and then they were, like, offered pennies. When I mean pennies. Like, I mean pennies, okay? 3 digits, okay? To post, I don't know how many, like, Instagram posts for them. You know how it, like, as a brand, do you think that's okay? And I'm not talking like, oh, I'm going to give you $1,000 to post 2 Instagram. No. I'm talking pennies. To post, like, I think they had said, like, 5 or 6
Posts? Bruh.
And then it's just, like, I think they knew because I really support them all the time, and I'm always, like...
They thought you would fold for them?
They thought I would fold for that. And it's like, hell no. Like, you're so... After that,
Because
I'm like, I'm never wearing your stuff again because that's so rude.
That's also mean if you were to take it because then you'd, like, get bigger sponsors from other brands, and you do take that money.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was like, that is so rude. That is so rude because I feel like nowadays, people posting your stuff, it's like the best way to grow. Like, even organically or not, like, that's truly, like, the best way to grow. And I've promoted this brand organically forever because I really do love the brand. I really do.
Any guesses? If you have any guesses, comment them right now what you think the
their
brands
stuff
are.
is really good.
I have
like,
no
it
idea,
is.
by the way.
It's really, really good. Like, I really like their stuff, you know? But it is what it is. You win some, you lose some.
Me trying to get money from my uncle? I like your shoes today. Yeah, your shoes are really nice.
What? I do like the brand. I really do.
No, I know you do. I know you do.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm
It's funny how there's a double standard in our relationship. We have talked about this one time, but I don't really wear things to trigger Natalie sometimes. So,
oh, bruh.
when we were talking about being on the boat the other day, I wore a tank top because my friend has a clothing brand and he sent it to me. and I wore it, right? I have a tank top. It's a black tank top. My arms are showing, and I'm not the buffest person in the world. I don't have any, to be fair, looking like I have no muscles right now. I wore this tank top, and as soon as I put it on, Nat was like, she was mad, and I was confused because she wears bikinis that are up her ass. You call them thongs at that point. Some crazy stuff, all right? And I don't say nothing because it doesn't really bother me. And it's on camera, by the way. Tell me why I want to take... Okay, I'm wearing this all day, and then I want to take Instagram pictures at the end of the boat trip.
And he takes off his life vest.
Nah, it's Instagram pictures. Why would I wear a life vest?
Because you're on a boat. Safety first.
No.
Safety first.
No, so I wanted to get pictures, and I bet they're like... I haven't even looked at the pictures. She probably deleted some of them. But she was taking like some for like 10 seconds max. And I was like, oh, let me see. And I'm like, oh, I like those. Let me get more. So I post again, and she's like, no, you're done. And I'm like, Natalie Cuevas. I take pictures of her in her bikinis
Babe, you're the
for brands, for her to post it out everywhere, right? You have
It's your fault.
No.
You let me get away with it for too long. I trained you.
Yeah, you trained me, and then now you're trying to make me like, no, you're trying to train me again to not wear this stuff. Hell no, it's not going to work out, brother.
It's too late.
Both of them aren't going to go in your favor.
It's too late.
You're so lucky I didn't get ripped.
You let me get away with it for too long.
Yeah, so those Instagram pictures are going to be going up. I need every single person listening to this to go to my Instagram and like that. Put like fresh, something cool, like something in the middle, you know?
Or
don't put hard eyes because she's going to get
emojis.
Mad. Don't put throw up emojis.
Thank you.
Nah. Team Jake doesn't put throw up emojis. Come on.
Babe, I'm just like, honestly, it's just so fun because you never do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Don't try to play it out. You're genuinely mad.
Listen, Linda. Not because I don't want you to or whatever. You just don't. Like, you just don't wear stuff like that. Every single time you go in a pool, you always wear a long sleeve shirt. Like, you never actually do things like that. You know what I mean? So when I saw you, I was like, what the heck? Like, it was just the weirdest thing because you guys, I'm telling you, like, he literally doesn't even film without his shirt. Like, you know what I mean? And he's very cautious of that. Like,
yeah, I've only done one TikTok, I think, on my TikTok without a shirt on. And it was just for like a split second of me opening the shower.
Yeah, see, so he doesn't really do it. Or like when I'm vlogging, like he'll be like, are you filming? I'm like, yeah. And then he'll make me like turn it off because he doesn't have a shirt on. So he'll walk like behind or whatever. So it's like he's just very conservative. Is that the word?
Yeah, conserve my body.
Yeah, he conserves
I gotta hide the nips.
Yeah, so he doesn't show anything. So then when he freaking wears this shirt, and it's not like a tank top. It's like a tank top is a girl shirt, Jake. It's a muscle shirt.
Oh, girl shirt. Let me tell you another story. So I went to go play soccer with some friends, and I had some shorts on. Like, you know, soccer shorts aren't the longest shorts. They're pretty like... they go a little bit above your knee. And there's girls on the team, and Nat looks at me, and
he was wearing booty shorts.
Cap.
He was wearing booty shorts.
Okay.
It was the funniest thing ever.
And no, I'm not talking about that. Okay, so the bartender was like peeking out a little bit. You could see the bartender from the outside. All right, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And Nat knew the girls are on the team, and she was just going crazy. She's like, "You are not wearing that, Jacob Macias. You are not." Remember when I went to go play indoor soccer, and then I was wearing those shorts, and you're like, "You're going out in that?"
Your booty shorts?
Okay,
yeah, buddy, because you
shorts.
sleep in those.
You can call them booty shorts.
He was wearing booty shorts, guys. You don't understand, okay? It's so funny, though, because, like, everyone always tells you that. When Jacob's brothers came over, like, 2 weekends ago, 3 weeks ago, he was like, oh, yeah, like, you could just wear these. And so Jacob gets his shorts from Hollister or, like, PacSun, mainly Hollister. So Hollister has, like, it's a 5-inch, right?
5-inch seam, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So have you guys ever seen a 5-inch on a guy who has thick thighs? Okay, they're booty shorts. So he tried to have his brothers wear that.
My brother went in the feeding group. He comes out. He's like, no, they're good. I don't like them.
But Jake is used to the booty shorts, right? So those are like Hollister ones are long compared to the ones he was taking to soccer, right? The soccer shorts, bro.
Like these. Look at.
Nah, Cap. These are long, but those are still booty vibes. Stop pulling them down, buddy. They're like literally halfway down your butt. Put them how you normally put them.
Like this.
Cap. Yeah, you see how you pull them down? So how they normally. He's usually like up here. Booty shorts. Okay, you can see his tan line. But nah, Jake, I'm not really jealous.
Yes, you are, Nat.
I really am not.
Yes, you are.
You don't give me a reason.
Exactly, that's why. But when I give you a reason, Nat turns to switch mode like
yeah, because like I never do. I have to, you know? It's almost like if you don't, then you're going to start thinking I don't love you.
That's what I do. Like sometimes I'm like, should I just tell her like you're not gonna be able to wear that or not? Because if like the way that I go is just simple. Like I go with the flow. She wears whatever she wants, but I feel like sometimes it gets to the point where like she could go out naked and I'm like okay with it, but I have to put some boundaries there, like and make her know that I don't really
that you're not comfortable with it.
Yeah, that I don't want you to wear some.
Yeah,
stuff,
but whenever you tell me, I just still wear it because it's like
and like I try to enforce her, but like I don't think you should wear that. It's too short. And she's like, I will never let a man tell me what to wear. I'm like, damn, I didn't care that you were wearing that. I just wanted to know, like, let you know that you can't wear that shit just so, like, you know, I love you, you know? Oh, my nose.
No, is it allergies?
I think
it's
so.
These fucking dogs. That's what it is. You guys are evicted.
We barely got the vacuum today or yesterday. Man.
No, but it's really, babe, honestly, like, if I don't show you a little bit of jealousy, you're really going to think I don't love you anymore. And, like, the one time that you wear some shit like this, and I'm just like, you're going to think I don't love you anymore. You really are.
You're playing it off very well,
and
brother.
It's funny. No, and it is funny to be a little bit, like, you know. Are you good?
No.
And just what I was thinking, I wanted a third dog.
Oh, you wanted a third dog? We talk about this every podcast. You're not getting a third dog.
I will get my third dog. When
you raise it, you get a third dog.
Babe, that's what I have you for. I already told you I am the deadbeat dad. Go to work, get the money, and you raise the kid.
I got a job too, fucker.
It's to raise my kids. That's your job. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is so funny because like we're really like not being serious, guys. We're not like controlling.
Nah, I don't mind what she wears because she knows what to wear.
And honestly,
I'm just kidding,
babe. They're gonna think we're toxic.
we're that low key toxic couple.
We're not low key about it. Not when it comes to clothes though. Not when it comes to clothes. That's something that we're not on each other about. You know what? Lately, you've been getting a little bit too bossy with what I can wear or not.
See, because I want you to know that I still love you.
Cap. It's because you're actually like, you know what it is? One time I listened to you. That's what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the other day.
You enabled it.
I enabled it. It's my fault. Ladies, take notes. Don't do this. Tell me why we're at Walmart the other day. Because we were going to go to the lake. And then I was going to, you know, I didn't really want to wear anything that was too showy. Just because when we're vlogging, then our editor has to blur it. Because I'm not comfortable with that being on the internet. So I was like, I think I'm just going to go look to see what bathing suits they have, right? So I go, and this guy is fucking, like, geeking. Smile ear to ear, because I was going to go get another bathing suit, right? And I come back with nothing. He's like, oh, you didn't end up getting shorts? And I'm like, no, because they didn't really have my size. He was like, he comes with me to the short aisle to see if he can find me something that covers me. And I'm like, all right, buddy, this is where I let it go too far. It's because I want to, not because you want to. It's me.
That wasn't the only time. We went to Hollister again, remember?
Oh, my God.
So she went to Hollister and she's like, I'm going to go get some bathing suits because all the ones I have right now are too cheeky. Yeah. And then she gets a nice pair, and it's like covered. It only shows like the outside of your butt.
Yeah, because Hollister has like a scale. It's like the cheekiest fit, the cheeky, and there's like a few other ones.
And she grabs those, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I grab some that are trying to match her, but they're not the same color. And then she sees some green ones that are similar to my color. And she's like, okay, I'll try both of these on and see what I like better. The green ones that were matching me are the cheekier ones.
No, they weren't.
Yes,
Why
they were.
Why do you keep saying that?
So she picks the green ones because they're cheeky as fuck.
Because the green ones were extra small and the other ones were small. That's why there was that difference. It wasn't because it was like a different fit, okay? But I told you, this is where like as a woman, you have to not make a mistake, okay? Because one mistake will cost you a lot of headaches, okay?
Okay, but you're saying it costs a lot of headaches, but at the same time, you go to an amusement park where old men are literally breaking their necks at you.
Listen, Linda, I can wear whatever I want to wear, right? It was because I wanted to wear something that was a little more covered up because we were vlogging.
I was trying to protect you from even being acknowledged outside of that.
I protect myself, okay?
No, you don't.
I don't need you to protect me.
If a guy grabs you like this, you're going with them.
Bing!
I eat those. You really think that?
Babe, listen, I don't want to hear the bullshit, okay? If I want to wear whatever I want to wear, okay, that's fine. So when we're at Hollister, I had got those bathing suits, right? And then they were both the cheeky. They weren't the cheeky-est, they were the cheeky. So it's like not your entire butt is out, right? It's like the, 50-50. So I was like, this is perfect. And I wanted to get that because we were filming and because we were going to a water park. And again, yeah, with what's he saying? That there's men who go with glasses and they're just fucking staring at you. And I'm not going to give you shit for free.
They're in the shade, literally sitting in the shade with sunglasses on. Like, bro, what are your sunglasses doing?
And it's just like men. It's like 3 men. And they're just like sitting.
You see their heads turn slowly, like.
I know. I'm like, you know, so I'm like, not for free. And also, when you're going to a water park, you want to kind of wear something a little more secure because you're going to be going down tubes and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, Jake, oh, I'm going to get these because all the ones that I have are pretty cheeky, whatever. And he's like, okay. I was like, I'm going to go try them on. I have 2. Okay. But I thought that the green ones were the cheekiest. I was like, these are a little cheekier. That's why I'm going to try them on to see if I like how they fit. So he ran with that statement, right? They weren't, but he ran with it.
They were.
They were not, babe. If they were, they would be going between my butt cheeks all the time.
They did. One side would always be in the butt.
Because
I'm like,
I was
pick it out.
going down a tube. You guys are experiencing married life right here without being married. So I tried on or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I like these better. Just the color was prettier. It's in the Range of Waters vlog.
It was a nice color.
It was a really pretty color. So I was like, I want this one instead. And I knew it wasn't as cheeky as the ones that I have here, Jake. These are cheeky. Okay. So the ones that I brought with me. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to. Dude, he was so mad. He didn't pay for my swimsuit.
I'm not going to pay for something I don't like.
He was so mad. And I was like, okay, I don't need you to pay for my swimsuit. I went to go pay for it myself. Like, if you think you're gonna stop me by not paying for my swimsuit, you are out of your fucking mind. Like,
it's just like when your dad sees you have holes in your pants and he's like, I'm not buying those for you. You could buy those for you with your own money, but I'm not buying those for you.
He was trying to, I don't know if it was like prove a point that he was mad. You can jump up and down, do a twirl, and I'm still not gonna listen to you. I have money to pay for my own stuff, and you're gonna cut that shit out real fast.
I don't know if I held your bag after, did I?
No, you didn't. He was so mad. I was like, okay, like this is not gonna change anything, right? He got over it. Literally the next day, I was like, you realize how dumb you were being? Like, it was such a silly thing. And it's one of those things, it's like when your kid is having a tantrum, right? You don't let him get away with it. If I would have been like, okay, I'll get the other one, right? And then he goes and he pays for it and he feels all macho man, right?
I would have smiled cheek to fucking cheek.
Exactly. And then you let these people get away with it. And by people, I mean men. You let them get away with it and then the cycle continues, okay? So you have to put a stop to it. The same with the tantrum kid. You put a stop to it and you don't fold, you don't break.
I would give all the boys listening like a tip to finesse the system, but to be honest, I'm gonna keep it more on the down low because then you're gonna find out the system. But boys, if you want the system, message me on Instagram.
What's the system?
You. There's no system.
Tell me the system.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We want to hear about it.
What system?
Jacob Macias. Stop laughing. I'm gonna laugh harder, Jake. What is it?
Those make you look a little fat, no? No, I'm just kidding.
No, the fact that you do that, Jake,
I've never done that to you. Don't even
you have.
Put that on your daughter right here,
you
laying
don't
next
say
to
fat.
me.
You don't say fat. But you'll say something like, oh, those look like, and then you'll say something. It's not big, but it'll be like,
oh no, one time,
weird or funny.
Okay, another one it would be like, because Nat has back knee and she struggles with it. So I'd be like, oh, your back knee's bad. I feel so bad saying it, but you're like, oh, it does look bad. And you just throw something else
You're
on.
a piece of shit. You know what, Jacob? You are literally the worst person ever. Look, let's see, ladies.
Because it used to work. It used to work with her armpits, like when she would have like armpits, a lot of armpit hair. But it doesn't work anymore. Like she'll walk out with fucking more armpit hair than me. I'm like, all right, do your thing. I gotta find something else.
Oh, hell no. See, ladies, this is what I mean. You got to train them before they train you.
Like, guys, if you're overprotective about a girl's feet, you could be like, you don't have a pedicure. Just put some shoes on. And then they put shoes on. You know, like, there's little things out there that you can finesse.
That's why you don't have to be insecure, ladies. Be better.
Period.
Be great. Beat the men. You have it all in your power. You do not let them do that stuff. That is crazy, Jacob.
I just finesse my system. So every time now when I'm like, your back looks like a little flared up, then you're going to know.
I don't really like, that doesn't really bother me anymore. Like, I'll still wear stuff. That was like.
Or no. But sometimes you get pimples on your butt. And then that's when you don't like.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
That's why at night I be grabbing it. I pet the dogs and just.
So we have this system where I'm like, Jacob, don't grab my butt when your hands are dirty. That's bacteria, you know? Like, I don't want that stuff on my butt. Because I have really, like, I have literally the world's most sensitive skin. Like, ever. Like, even in my chest, like, if I rub it, like, the next day I'll have acne. Like, my skin is so sensitive. Like, bad. Like, all of my back knee, that's because of my lipo. Like, so they tried to put me on antibiotics, right? But I was like, I don't want to go on antibiotics. So I didn't. But that acne in my back, it was not there. It came up after my lipo. And lipo acne is a thing, right? Because I just have really sensitive skin. Whatever. And I always tell him, and he'll do that shit on purpose because he knows that if I get a pimple on my butt, then
She's
I don't wear anything. I hate this.
It's
man.
smart though. Like,
It's
is
not.
it not?
It's toxic.
It's funny. It's not toxic because I don't do it in a toxic way. I'm not doing it every freaking day just trying to.
You know
grab
what's
it.
crazy though? Like, this sounds crazy, but you're actually the most non-toxic person
I think
ever
that's why
met.
I'm comfortable talking about it, because if someone's like, oh hell no, they make a TikTok about like how toxic you are, I will literally just watch it, laugh, and just scroll. Like,
Yeah, because you're not toxic.
yeah, it's crazy.
No, it's funny though. But this is the type of toxic you want, okay? You don't want the toxic of like, I don't want you wearing this and you're not leaving the house. That's when you got a problem, okay? And honestly, like most of the things that you're not okay with, I'm not okay with either.
Yeah, I think we're really a good duo.
I think we're pretty much on the same page with things, but I think it just becomes a problem when you tell me, because then I'm like, oh, he told me not to wear it, so now I'm gonna wear it because I'm not gonna enable you to have
It's
that
like a
power over me.
predatorial instinct in Nat's brain. Like if she gets told something, then she's gonna do the opposite.
Dude, I swear it's like trauma from growing up, because I would always get told what to do. You know what I mean? So I think
sucks.
it's trauma.
Bro, that's why I'm saying, like,
Because I do the same
get
thing
a
with my
girl
dad.
that has never had a boyfriend and be good to her.
Hey.
Because if not, if she's had a boyfriend and he's fucked up everything, you do that one little thing on accident and they take it out on you. Bro, you won't hear the rest of it. They take all the wrath from the previous guy and just slam it on you like, I will not listen to you, and stuff like that. I swear, bro. You were like literally my first girlfriend, and then any little thing that I did in the beginning, because I don't know how to be a boyfriend, it's my first time. Any little thing, just a big ass hammer, bam, just bumping me and bonking me every time.
But you learned. Tough love,
The
baby.
hard way. That wasn't very nice, bro. Bro fucked it up for me.
No, but it wasn't just that. Like, even my parents for sure fucked up a lot of this of me too. Like, because now the same way that I treat you, I treat my dad. Like, if he tells me something, I'm like, no, that's exactly what I'm not gonna do, because you're not gonna train me again. You know what I mean? Like, you're not. And my dad.
It's with any guys that have trained you.
Anyone, period. And it's like with my dad, I think it's extra big because like he was so stuck in his ways, right? And my dad is like best person ever now. Like best person ever. I think I've trained him. I single-handedly take that training on me, okay? I single-handedly train my dad back out of his bad ways, okay?
Nah,
My mom can send me a thank you.
Nah, Nelly takes advantage.
Nelly's fucking him over the other way now, okay?
Nelly's
all the work
making
that
him-
I did, she's fucking it up. Oh, siblings are the worst. Literally, all the work that I have put into my dad, Nelly is single-handedly reversing it, because she is literally what my dad thought I was. Like, the disrespectful, the talking back, the crazy, like, that's not what I was. But she is, so she's fucking it up and making him do a full 360. Makes me so mad. You know how long it took me to get my dad to where he is right now?
It took you years.
It took me fights and fights and fights and fights, okay? It took me being the disappointment a bajillion times.
Do you remember when we had our first sleepover and I had to sleep on the side,
Dude,
and you didn't even tell your dad,
my
and they didn't talk to you for like 2 days?
Yeah, there's so much, okay? I have trained my parents to be the way that they are. Mainly my dad, because my dad is mainly the one that had like a very old school thinking, right? And he's awesome now. Like my dad literally pretty much begged Jake to move in with me, right? Because he didn't want me to be alone. So it's like there has been such a big shift. Nelly is now allowed to go out with boys. Why?
Because you trained them.
Because I literally had the, yeah. Which I'm so happy, because truly, like, Nelly is living the life that I wish that I had, right? So setting them up with that life is awesome. But at the same time, they have to not take advantage, because my parents will do a 360.
I think it's like they have to like not take advantage and then understand what they have compared to what the siblings had.
That's the thing.
Because if you're grateful for what you have, like being able to go out with a guy, then you're gonna continue to be able to go out with a guy.
Yes, that's the part that Nelly, I think, needs to understand a little bit more. It's like, what you have right now, they can take in a second, okay? So you need to act and be on your best behavior.
Yeah, and being on your best behavior, like you get 10 points a week getting on your best behavior, and it costs 10 points to go out with that guy for a couple hours.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, but I think because they have that, not they, well, Tito too, honestly, but because
Tito's just younger. He doesn't really go out like that.
He doesn't get it yet. But like, because Nelly has all of this freedom right now, like she just needs to walk on literally thin ice, because it can truly go away in a second. Like in a second, my dad will do a 360.
And then since she's used to going out with the guys, as soon as they say no to her, she's gonna flip.
It's not just guys though. It's
or like friends. Yeah, even
like
friends.
I wasn't allowed to have friends, you know, and that was hard. Like growing up was hard as fuck, not being able to have anybody to talk to. But it's like now that she has that, she has to be really careful, because right now she's given like the chance, right? She has the opportunity to do it. Now if she messes anything up, that's gonna be revoked. You know, my dad's gonna be like, see, this is why like I can already fucking hear him. And honestly, I don't blame my dad. Now that I'm older, I understand a lot of the things that he was like.
Yeah, if I'm gonna let my daughter go out with the guy, I'm gonna be there too. But you guys go out and have fun, but I'm gonna be at that spot wherever everyone's at.
Yeah, like I truly get it. Like I understand maybe like 50% of my dad's logic, right? The other 50 is too old school, too much bullshit, and it's not okay at all. But I do understand a lot of it now, and I get where he was coming from. But like till this day, like my dad has done things where he, like for example, when we decided that we were gonna leave for the summer, dude, like my dad pretty much like the last thing he could have done was go on his knees to tell me not to go, right? And if I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna stay, that right there, he just trained me, right? And it's like now I'm not living my life because, you know, I have my feelings are there, and I'm like I don't want to disappoint him, and I don't want to leave. And my dad's thing is safety. Like my dad has always just been like really scared of the world, which again, now that I'm older, I understand.
Do you think parenting, like hard parenting, is like the cause of a lot of teen pregnancies?
I think unreasonable parenting.
Unreasonable
not
parenting?
Hard parenting.
Because I feel like parents aren't very transparent enough with sex and the best ways to have that stuff.
I think having the mentality that your kids are not going to do that stuff is the leading cause to this. Because if you're in your head thinking that your kid is going to, that your kid is going to wait till marriage and that they're going to get married at freaking, you know, like I think waiting till marriage worked a lot easier back in the day because people were getting married at like 17. Okay. That's different. Nowadays, like we have goals. We want to go to college. We want to, you know, start our businesses. We want to be settled before we get married. Right? I feel like now the way that we think of it is like, I want to have a life nice, set and ready, meet someone who also has a life pretty set and ready, and then get married, or have a career and then get married to build a life together. It's not you meet in high school, you get married, you know, very old school thinking. So it's like, because of that, waiting till marriage isn't so realistic anymore because you know, at this day and age, the economy is just so bad that it's like, when are you going to buy a house? Probably till you're like 30 plus at this day and age. You know what I mean? So if you're waiting till you're settled to get married, you're not going to wait till you're freaking 40 to have sex.
I think for me, if I didn't meet you, like the approach I had in my mind was I was dating to marry. And since I was dating to marry, I like had no doubt I wasn't going to be with this girl. So then I would obviously like have sex with her.
Yeah. Because you are dating.
But I'm not going to be like, I'm dating this girl for a week and I'm gonna do this stuff. Like we're gonna have sex and all that stuff. I don't think that's the mind I had back then.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I just think that parents who truly believe that, like my parents believe that, right? Like my parents were like, you cannot be in the presence of a man because you guys, God forbid, you guys do the dirty, right? Be for real. You know what I mean?
And then to an extent, like after you're 18 and up, I think like you should already have enough knowledge to not be doing this stuff, going out and like not protecting yourself or protecting her.
Honestly, I think that people should wait till they're like 17, 18 to do the dirty because I feel like at that point you have a more grown mentality.
Yeah, because you know what the chances of having a kid are.
Yeah, you're more educated on things versus if you're doing the dirty at like 12, 13, 14, like you're a baby, you're a child. You're doing things that could potentially get you pregnant, you know? So I think that my best advice would be wait till you're like older, like 17, 18. I feel like with my kids, I definitely do want to have those conversations though, because I think it's important. And also I feel like a lot of kids wouldn't be doing the dirty if they weren't locked in their house every single day. Like if they were simply able to go out, maybe all together, right? Like if you're going to the fair with your parents, but then, your significant other can come along and then you're having this quality time together. It's not like so much lust that you have for each other because you never get to see each other. You know what I mean? I just think there's like so many different approaches that you could do it. And I do think that the old school approach of like, you're never allowed to be in the presence of a man. Like you're never allowed to leave the house. You're never allowed to go out with your friends. Like that is so bad for you.
That's
like
toxic.
It truly messed me up. So it's like, I think that doesn't work in my opinion. I think that you need to have a different approach towards raising your kids. Yeah, in my opinion. But you had a little bit of a different experience.
My dad was like little, like free flowing. He would tell us a little bit, very, very little, because I know he didn't want to break a barrier and like open other doors, but he taught us a little bit.
And you had a little more freedom, so you weren't fully like a prisoner. So you were able to go out with your friends and stuff. And that's super cool because even just going out with your friends, it's socializing.
It like now looking back at it, it made my whole like teenage years. Yeah. That was like my favorite time of my life back then when
it
going out with
him.
You,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes you interact with people and have, all these conversations. And that's why I'm really happy that Nelly gets to have that, because Nelly right now, she's in a crucial time of like growing up. Like your high school years is like crucial to who you're going to be, you know? Getting socialized, going out with your friends, having fun. Like before even you throw boys into the mixture, are you having, you know, like girl dates, that kind of stuff. And I feel like I fell into the whole of like relying on a man's attention because I couldn't have friends. You know?
Yeah, I think it's important to have like a friendship and have memories with your friends before getting into a relationship, because truly, if that relationship works out, then you're going to have all those memories with your significant other, and missing out on everyone's Snapchat stories of when they're all together, because that's going to be like another, I don't know. I think I had a really good life before meeting you because of my friends that I had. And then like now I don't really miss like being with my friends 24/7. I'm with you now.
Yeah. And also in our relationship, like we hang out with our friends.
Yeah, we both hang out with our friends.
We both hang out with our friends, you know? So we're able, which is super cool because, like, honestly, like, the first times that I was able to hang out with my friends, dude, they felt so weird to me. And it was when we were old. I was, like, 18. They felt like they felt wrong. They felt like I shouldn't be there. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but it felt like...
You were trained.
Yeah. Like, my heart would be, like, scared that my mom was going to call me. I don't know, just, like, the weirdest thing, like, toxic. So I think I definitely want to have a different approach.
If you have any questions that you want advice, you guys could definitely, like, let us know on Instagram, text us, and we'll do our best to get back to you and, like, help you out, see what situation you're in, and, you know, give empathy and sympathy the best to our ability.
Yeah, I have a friend who, she probably watches this podcast. She does usually watch our podcast. I'm not going to say her name, but if she's hearing it, she knows who she is. So I have this friend who literally reminded me of me in the, like, most craziest ways, right? And I feel like that's why we got so close. Because when I met her, let me think. Yeah, when I met her, I was just starting to get out of my I call it a dictatorship, right? So I was just starting to get out of that. I was starting to, I think I was like 17. I didn't blow my nose. I think I was 17-ish. Maybe about to turn 18. No, I was 17. And I just started to get money. My YouTube was blowing up. Like, I was able to start kind of, I wasn't going to school anymore because of COVID. I think I had just graduated, like all this stuff, right? So I remember I was just finally starting to, like, go out and do things. Not with friends. Like, I was able to, like, drive somewhere because I was going to film, right? I was barely getting out of that dictatorship. And she was still in it. Her parents were, like, they reminded me of what my parents were like with me. Right? So she wasn't allowed to have friends. She couldn't hang out with us because we did YouTube and that was a bad influence. That's so my parents coded back then. So she wasn't allowed to hang out with us, you know, because we were bad influences, because we were, you know, also not of her race and like all that stuff. And it's just so crazy because I remember she would be so sad. Like, she would cry to me, like, all the time, where, like, her parents were just, like, not letting her go out. Like, so she was, like, an ASB, right? Was she an ASB?
Yes.
She was an ASB, and I don't know. Her mom can't be watching this.
No.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay. She was an ASB, and she would use that as an excuse to come out with us. Like, she would tell her mom she was going to a school thing, and then we would go pick her up from school. And this was, like, on weekends and stuff, because ASB, so ASB coded to, like, do shit on the weekends. So she would tell her mom that she was doing something for school. Her mom would drop her off. We'd go pick her up, and then we'd go hang out with her, right? And the whole time, like, she would, like, change her location, put her location to her iPad, like, always checking her phone. Like, you could tell she was always anxious and, like, all this stuff, dude. Like, I feel like it was a living trigger for me, you know?
I was seeing it happen in like 4K, like literally visible right there in front of my face. And I was like, this is what Nat had to go through. That's insane.
Exact same thing, right? And I remember seeing her and like, I literally get chills thinking about it because that was her reality when it wasn't mine anymore. And I was like, fuck.
And I think you really gave her like reassurance because you told her you were in the same exact spot and that it would change in a couple of years once you go out.
And it has now.
Yeah, I'm sure it has changed a lot of it.
Not fully, but she went to college. And obviously, like, when you go to college, you have more freedom and stuff like that. But she definitely got out of it to a certain percentage now. Obviously, still in it a little bit because she has to go back, you know, on summers and stuff like that. But she's for sure so much better. And it makes me so happy because I remember, like, we graduated and she was still in school, right? So we were doing all these things. But the moment, I remember telling her, like, the moment you graduate, like, things are going to change. Like, you're finally going to get your freedom. Like, and the moment you start working, like, because she started working and that really gave her a lot of freedom. And I remember I was never able to get hired, right? Because my thing was, like, if I get hired and I get money, I'm going to be able to have more freedom. Nobody ever fucking hired me. Whatever. But it ended up working out, right? Because then YouTube started paying me and then that ended up helping me out. But I was like, once you get a job, once you graduate, like things will get better for you. You just need to hang in there. I remember she was so sad and depressed all the time. And it was like, dude, like parents really be doing this shit to you and don't even realize it.
We will probably have her on an episode in the future because she like watches all of our podcasts, and it would be interesting to get her on. It would be so cool.
I'm sure she would go on.
Because now like the cycle will never end. There's always like you're always going to be in the position of being either being the parent or being the child that's getting in like, I guess, a traumatic situations. And there's someone living in it right now as she's exiting. And then after that person exits, someone else is living.
So it'll help someone.
It would help someone for sure, like getting through that.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. You know, actually, you're right. That would be a really good idea to get her on the pod. We should do that. We should do that because I know it will help a lot of people.
And it would also help her because I think getting out your emotions is definitely something you can do. It's
still
like therapy.
so hard for me to talk, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I see you getting like the chills and stuff.
I get like anxious, like really.
And
anxious.
I can't really help you because I'm not really in that situation. I never went into that situation. But talking with her, you guys could be like, yes,
dude, we would
yes.
just start bawling together. I know we would. Because it's so hard to talk about it. Oh my gosh, let's end the podcast. I'm like not.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's podcast. If you have any questions, let us know on Instagram, stuff like that. But we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.